Hello, this is Melvin Belli. Who am I speaking with?
This is the Zodiac speaking.
Will the truth ever come to light? Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 mysterious Zodiac Killer facts. For this list, we're taking a look at the most interesting or infamous facts about the serial killer who terrorized California in the late 60s and early 70s. Although it's been decades since the Zodiac first captured the attention of the media and the public consciousness, the legacy and horror of what happened all those years ago continues to interest true crime buffs around the world. Number 10. The Zodiac has been the inspiration for films and TV shows. Historians and true crime buffs alike are dying to know the identity of the Zodiac Killer. And as a result, the case has largely entered the public consciousness. So it sort of makes sense that the details of the case would be ripe for dramatic adaptations.
Is that true?
There's David Fincher's Zodiac, of course, as well as a Criminal Minds episode that dealt with a Zodiac copycat.
The Zodiac? No way.
Come on, it's gotta be the 2.0 version.
The character Scorpio in the classic Clint Eastwood flick Dirty Harry was based on Zodiac. And the film's 1971 release date meant that the case was still making the rounds of the news.
Do we understand each other? Huh? Do we understand each other?
Lower budgeted exploitation pictures like The Zodiac Killer, and even an adult film parody starring John Holmes, jumped on the story with even more of an opportunistic edge.
The Zodiac, that's me! I'm the Zodiac!
Number 9. There might have been more victims.
Do you always go around helping people in the night?
When I'm done with them, they don't need much help.
Police have gone on record with a total of 7 victims directly linked to the Zodiac Killer, with 2 having survived their encounters.
The real concern that I have is that he doesn't do this again. I'd like to see some people save this experience.
However, letters from the Zodiac stated the true number is 37. Is this true? Well, there are cases with potential ties to the killer's patterns and whereabouts during the 60s, with one couple, Robert Domingos and Linda Edwards, being attacked and killed as early as 1963. Fast forward to the early 70s, and Zodiac's name came up once again as a potential suspect in a series of grisly assaults on hitchhikers in 2 California counties, dubbed the Santa Rosa Hitchhiker Murders. Number 8. There were early mistakes in the police investigation.
The victim's name is Paul Stein.
The murder of cabbie Paul Stein was something of an outlier in the Zodiac case, a seemingly random attack where Zodiac took Stein's wallet and keys before mailing a piece of the driver's bloodied shirt to police. What's even more confounding is the immediate aftermath of the murder, where a police APB mistakenly listed the subject as a black man instead of the Caucasian with a crew cut image that's most closely associated with the Zodiac's appearance.
Oldest kid ran downstairs to get a better look from the dining room. Described him as a white male, glasses, crew cut, stocky, wearing a dark jacket.
Wait, I thought someone said he was black.
That's the description that went out to radio cars.
2 patrolmen actually had a brief encounter with someone matching that latter description while they were on the scene. An exchange that Zodiac later referenced in a letter, mocking the ineffectualness of the police investigation.
I look forward to the day when police officers are no longer referred to as pigs.
Thanks.
Number 7. There were multiple Zodiac subjects.
This has always been known as a city of mystery, and it seems now to have a new and real one on its hands. 5 murders, and somebody who says he committed all and will commit yet more.
We often desire our darkest mysteries to have some sort of open and shut answer, a way to rationalize reprehensible behavior in our brains so that we can lay blame solely at the feet of a suspect or suspects. Unfortunately, the Zodiac case was never going to end this way. Despite the list of potential Zodiac suspects and their tenuous links to the crimes via circumstantial evidence, Arthur Lee Allen was the closest thing police had to a sure thing, but he was cleared via DNA, fingerprint, and handwriting evidence. This was despite some direct evidence to the contrary from surviving Zodiac victims, including Mike Mageau, who pointed to Allen in a police lineup, and Brian Hartnell, who claimed that the voice and physical demeanor matched up with his attacker.
I'm not the Zodiac. And if I was, I certainly wouldn't tell you.
Number 6. A teacher cracked the Zodiac's first cipher. The Zodiac case was already complex enough for police, but one aspect that complicated things even further was the killer's habit of sending codes via ciphers, a form of communication that's deliberately disguised in order to convey a hidden meaning.
In August 1969, the Zodiac sent out his first cipher, the 408, which was broken just weeks later. Then in November, he released his crown jewel, the Z340, potentially building on his previous cipher system to make a much harder code to break.
Only one of these 4 ciphers was ever fully cracked, and it took an outside source, specifically schoolteacher Donald Hardin and his wife Betty, to do the job.
And the major thing was that we felt that the word kill or killing would appear in his code, and the word I, because he had an ego.
The final message honestly didn't reveal much, but it did shed some light on the killer's loose grip on reality, as well as his affinity for cinema, such as The Most Dangerous Game.
Well, perhaps he enjoys the company of 2 very charming people.
2, maybe. There were 4 of us a week ago. The other 2 have disappeared.
The cipher also claimed that the Zodiac's victims would serve him in the afterlife. Number 5. The Zodiac murders followed a similar pattern.
Man, you really creeped us out.
The term modus operandi can be loosely defined as a particular characteristic or established way of performing a task. This was definitely the case when it came to the Zodiac Killer, who tended to target couples who were parked in cars or located in otherwise secluded areas. Zodiac was meticulous and prepared when it came to stalking his victims and catching them by surprise, often creeping up on them with a knife or firing gunshots at point-blank range.
Oh my God, he has a gun.
Don't move. I want your money and your car key.
The Zodiac also wore a black executioner-style hood for his Lake Berryessa attack of Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard, as well as a white bib displaying a 3-inch by 3-inch cross circle insignia as a sort of perverse coat of arms.
As terrifying as Zodiac's official rap sheet was, in reality, he may have been even deadlier.
This guy is just a killer, and you have no motive.
Number 4. People have come forward to claim relatives as the Zodiac. It's not entirely uncommon for true crime authors to offer up theories as to who might have committed a series of unsolved murders.
You know, there's a joke going around the internet that Ted Cruz is actually the Zodiac Killer. Right? I'm not making that up, you know. Come on, that's absurd. You know, some people actually liked the Zodiac Killer.
But it's another thing altogether for someone to come forward and claim one of their relatives as one of the most infamous serial killers in American history. This was exactly what happened in 2007 when Dennis Kaufman put forth his stepfather Jack Torrance as a Zodiac suspect, due to his discovery of a similar-looking executioner's hood, as well as a bloody knife and handwriting samples Kaufman claimed would match up with that of the Zodiac.
You have 42 identical marks between Jack Torrance and the Zodiac letters?
Yes.
7 years later, Gary Stewart wrote a book claiming he was the biological son of the Zodiac, having been abandoned by his biological parents in the early 60s.
The thought that my biological parent could be a criminal, it was something I couldn't understand. It was beyond my ability to understand.
Number 3. The Zodiac communicated in code.
Here is part of a cipher. The other 2 parts of this cipher are being mailed to the editors of the Vallejo Times and SF Examiner. I want you to print this cipher on the front page of your paper.
3 separate letters were sent in 1969 to 3 major newspapers in the San Francisco area, each containing 1/3 of a cipher, which Zodiac claimed hid the key to his identity. Less than a week later, another letter was sent to the San Francisco Examiner, opening with the chilling line that has now become the killer's calling card. Dear editor, this is the Zodiac speaking.
Hey, take a gander at this code thing.
Okay.
You want to give it a go?
We already mentioned the cipher cracked by the Hardins, but another code, dubbed Z13, has been at least partially cracked. The note is short and begins with, "My name is." But don't get your hopes up, because cryptologist Craig P. Bauer wrote on History.com that he believes the actual answer is a joke. Alfred E. Newman, the mascot for Mad Magazine. Number 2. The Zodiac Taunted Authorities. The Zodiac Killer was bold in his communication with both authorities and the press.
The SF police could have caught me last night if they had searched the park properly.
This wasn't just limited to snail mail, however. An anonymous call was placed via a nearby phone booth to the Vallejo Police Headquarters, claiming responsibility for the gunshots that left Darlene Farron dead and Michael Majot severely injured. They'd encountered the Zodiac while parking at Blue Rock Springs, California.
I want to report a double murder. If you go 1 mile east on Columbus Parkway, the public park.
There was also a message left on a car door after the Lake Berryessa murders. Zodiac drew his cross-circle calling card, adding to it the morbid details about his knife attack upon Hartnell and Shepard. Zodiac even taunted police in a letter with creepy threats. Before we name our number 1 pick, here are some mysterious honorable mentions. there may have been multiple killers. Occasional deviations in witness descriptions make it a possibility.
Do you think he saw the film in our theater and was inspired?
Are you sure there's nobody else in the house?
Would you like to go upstairs and check?
There were detailed sketches of Zodiac. Somehow, the Zodiacs still continued to elude police. Some of Zodiac's victims are still alive. As time passes, though, the Zodiac case runs the risk of becoming an unsolved mystery forever.
I considered him a robber. I had absolutely no thought that he was anything but that. And when we were at this robbery stage, I didn't consider any real threat to my life or to the girl or anything. I really didn't consider this.
One of Zodiac's potential victims escaped. Kathleen Johns jumped from a moving car after being abducted by a Zodiac suspect.
She was on the side of the road. She flagged me down.
What happened to her?
She said she jumped from a car. I found her like this.
Cement was reportedly used to hide fingerprints. The Zodiac always seemed to be a step ahead of the police. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Zodiac Killer was never caught.
I need to know who he is. I need to stand there. I need to look him in the eye. And I need to know that it's him.
There were numerous copycat crimes, fan letters, and hoaxes after the deaths of Zodiac's 5 confirmed victims. Phone calls and tips continue to be sent in to this day by those who think they may have the answer.
Several months ago, Vallejo police sent envelopes from the Zodiac Killer to a DNA lab for testing. Investigators hope to obtain a full DNA profile from saliva on the envelopes and stamps.
One brief break in the case did occur when authorities managed to extract some saliva from a stamp. But this piece of evidence, while eliminating some suspects, wasn't enough to bring the Zodiac Killer to justice.
In 1974, he writes his last letter indicating he has killed 37 people. The Zodiac Killer has never been found.
The final official communication with the Zodiac was received by the Chronicle in 1974, where he expressed his approval of The Exorcist as, quote, the best satirical comedy I've ever seen, before closing his letter with a final running tally, which simply said, me, 37, SFPD, 0. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.